My presentation today is on administration of the tax incentive and primarily will focus on the application process. So when will the program start and what will the application forms require, when will the forms be available, and I'll also spend just a bit of time running through our education and compliance assurance model. So first up, in terms of our application process, this is a fairly high-level diagram that just outlines the basic processes in accessing the program. It's essentially the same process as under the tax concession. It's a self-assessment program. You determine the eligibility of your activities and then you register and claim. And that's pretty much what's demonstrated by this diagram here, and it's important that, as has been discussed throughout the presentation, the importance of keeping real-time records from that point in time where you're undertaking or looking at undertaking your activities all the way round through registration and lodgement of your claims. So it's important to note that while companies register and claim retrospectively, you need to assess your eligibility up front when you're planning your R&D activities. And companies or their representatives are able to talk to AusIndustry when there is any uncertainty around the eligibility of activities. So when does the program start? Well, we received, the bills became law on the 8th of September. However, it is a retrospective implementation of legislation, and the actual commencement date for the program was the 1st of July 2011. Right, once the program will run through and you can register your activities from the 1st of July 2012. So you start your activities from the 1st of July 2011, you carry them through that income year, and then you register retrospectively. So you have from the 1st of July 2012, a 10-month period through to the 30th of April 2013. And that's for a standard income year. If you are a company that operates, say, on a calendar year, the 1st of January through to the 31st of December, you would not be operating under the tax incentive at the moment. You would still be conducting your activities under the tax concession, and your first year for the R&D tax incentive would apply from the 1st of January 2012 and through to the 31st of December 2012, and your 10 months would then commence from then and give you until the October. So regardless of what your substantiated or alternative accounting period is, it's from the end of your year, that income year, that you then have that 10 months to register your activities. So what will our application forms require? Earlier, David and also Sandra talked about advanced findings and overseas findings, and it's clear that when you apply for an overseas finding, you also need an advanced finding, because you need a positive advanced finding to be able to have your overseas finding. So both the overseas and advanced finding application forms will require the separate identification of core and supporting activities. And applicants will need to describe and demonstrate how their activities meet the definition, and we'll either need to provide evidence at that time, or when we're assessing the eligibility, if we need further evidence to make that assessment, you may be required to provide evidence at that point in time. The application form for both advanced findings and overseas findings will enable you to attach documentation to that form so that you can provide that and demonstrate that evidence at that point in time.